A Cottage Grove man was sentenced this morning for hitting and killing a Dexter volunteer firefighter with his car and fleeing the scene. Good evening, I'm Brian Richardson.
And I'm Jennifer Richardson in for Brandy. 31-year-old Jason Manske pleaded guilty to several of his charges. KEZI 9 News reporter Jessica Debus is live in the studio with the details of his punishment. Jessica?
Brian and Jennifer, Jason Manske will spend 6 years and 3 months in prison for killing 18-year-old Bryson Chrissy in June. Chrissy's family says while they're glad the process is over, they don't think Manske's sentence is enough to justify taking Chrissy's life. Bryson Chrissy's family drove 14 hours from Montana to Eugene to watch the killer of their child receive his punishment.
I'm relieved now that it's over with, now that our families can start getting the healing process done and over.
In a Lane County courtroom filled with emotion, Jason Manske pled guilty to negligent homicide, hit and run, and tampering with evidence. After admitting to his crimes, Bryson's father got up to speak directly to Manske, calling him a destroyer and told him that he'd see him in hell.
I'm probably sure I'm like every other dad out there that wants to stand up for his child.
Manske told the court he was deeply remorseful and wishes he could replace his own life for Bryson's.
I don't believe him at all. When my child was laying on the asphalt, he ran. He had a chance to turn himself in, he hid.
Manske told police he left the scene because he was uninsured and already on probation for drug charges. There was suspicion that Manske was under the influence at the time he hit Chrissy, but it couldn't be proven since Manske fled the scene. But the prosecutor was able to use those prior drug charges to harshen his sentence.
Because the defendant also admitted those aggravating factors, the judge could enhance that sentence, and he did so from 26 months to 49 months on that first count, the homicide.
But Bryson's dad says 72 months behind bars still isn't enough and doesn't make up for all the years his son lost.
The state of Oregon has one of the least punishing sentences for the crime that he's did on the West Coast. If you kill somebody, you don't belong out on the streets.
Manske also had his driver's license suspended for life, has to pay nearly $37,000 in restitution, and will be on post-prison supervision for 3 years. Live in the studio, Jessica Debus, KEZI 9 News.